Today we invite you on a journey beneath the oceans, a journey to explore 5 of the most extraordinary tunnels ever built. These tunnels were constructed deep under the sea, and when you learn how they were made, it becomes hard to believe that human beings actually achieved this. So let's begin in Europe. Here lies one of the most famous tunnels on Earth, the Channel Tunnel, also known as the Eurotunnel. This tunnel connects Britain and France. There was a time when reaching Britain was only possible by ship or airplane. The reason was the English Channel, a stretch of sea known for its extreme weather. Storms were so dangerous that ships frequently sank. Then, in 1988, engineers made a bold decision that stunned the world. They planned to dig a 50-kilometer tunnel beneath the seabed. This was far from easy. The ground under the sea was unpredictable, solid rock in some places, and soft, muddy soil in others. But the biggest risk was terrifying. If seawater broke into the tunnel during construction, thousands of workers could lose their lives instantly. To complete this project, 11 massive tunnel boring machines were used. Each one was so heavy that its weight was comparable to the weight of thousands of elephants. Excavation began from both sides. One team dug from France, the other dug from Britain. The most incredible moment came when the 2 tunnels met beneath the sea, with a difference of only a few inches. A stunning example of engineering precision. Inside the tunnel are 3 separate passages, 2 for trains and 1 central tunnel reserved for emergency services. Today, travelers can go from Paris to London in just a few hours. They pass quietly beneath the ocean, often without realizing that fish and sea creatures are swimming directly above them. And if you think this was the toughest challenge, our next stop will change your mind. Now let's talk about Japan's deepest and most dangerous tunnel. We head to Japan, home to the Seikan Tunnel, considered one of the most difficult underground projects ever completed. This tunnel connects the islands of Honshu and Hokkaido. The sea between them is extremely dangerous and frequently hit by storms. In 1954, a powerful storm struck. 5 ships sank. Thousands of people lost their lives. After this tragedy, the Japanese government made a firm decision. A route must be built beneath the sea. Making the decision was simple. Executing it was extremely dangerous. Beneath the seabed lay volcanic rock, as hard as mountains. During excavation, sections would suddenly collapse. Freezing seawater rushed in under immense pressure. Many times workers had no choice but to abandon the site just to save their lives. This tunnel did not take a few years to build. It required 23 long years. Sadly, 34 workers lost their lives during construction. The tunnel lies 240 meters below sea level. That means when you are inside, an enormous weight of water lies above you. Heat and humidity underground were extreme. Working conditions became almost unbearable. Still, Japanese engineers refused to give up. Today, high-speed bullet trains, known for their speed and precision, pass through this tunnel. A powerful symbol of Japan's determination and technological strength. Next, we move toward Turkey, where Europe meets Asia. In Istanbul, there's an engineering masterpiece that physically connects 2 continents, the Marmaray Tunnel. What makes this project even more remarkable is that its idea was imagined 150 years ago by an Ottoman sultan. At that time, technology made such a project impossible. In the modern era, the Turkish government finally decided to turn that dream into reality. But there was a major problem. Istanbul is located in a high-risk earthquake zone. Building an underwater tunnel that could survive powerful earthquakes seemed nearly impossible. Engineers solved this using a special technique called the immersed tube method. Tunnel sections were built on land, transported by ships, submerged into the sea, and carefully joined on the seabed. The work required absolute precision. Even a 1-inch mistake could have caused flooding. During excavation, construction was unexpectedly halted. Ancient ships and historical artifacts were discovered on the seabed. Work stopped for years to protect these priceless remains. Today, the Marmaray Tunnel stands as a global wonder, allowing people to travel between Europe and Asia in just minutes. Now, the story takes an interesting turn. We travel between Denmark and Sweden. Here, you'll find a unique structure one that combines a bridge and an underwater tunnel. When driving from Denmark towards Sweden, you begin on a beautiful bridge above the sea. Then suddenly the bridge ends in the middle of the water. Your car appears to vanish beneath the ocean. From above, it looks as if vehicles are falling into the sea. But in reality, they are smoothly entering an underwater tunnel. So why didn't engineers build a full bridge? The reason was a nearby airport. A tall bridge would interfere with aircraft. A complete tunnel would have been far too expensive. So engineers chose a clever solution. They built an artificial island in the middle of the sea, marking the point where the bridge ends and the tunnel begins. A powerful example of how humans reshape nature through intelligence and planning. Finally, we return to Japan, a country known for unmatched engineering innovation. Near Tokyo lies the Tokyo Bay Aqua Line, another structure that is part bridge and part tunnel. This route connects Tokyo with surrounding areas. Journeys that once took hours now take just minutes. At the center of this project is a massive artificial island built above the sea. It is not only a ventilation point, it is also a tourist destination. Observation decks, restaurants, shopping areas. People even stop their cars in the middle of the ocean just to enjoy the view. Imagine standing above the sea, holding a cup of coffee, while vehicles pass beneath your feet. The machines used to build this tunnel were among the largest ever made. Their cutting blades were coated with diamonds to slice through solid rock. Engineers also prepared for natural disasters. Flexible joints allow the tunnel to withstand earthquakes and tsunamis, moving with the earth instead of breaking. So these are the 5 tunnels that transform the way our world connects. One thing unites all of these projects: the refusal to give up. Despite the ocean's power and danger, human knowledge and determination prevailed. These tunnels are not just concrete and steel. They are proof that when humans commit to a goal, no obstacle, not deep oceans or massive mountains, can stand in the way. Traveling through these tunnels may feel intimidating at times, but we must remember the thousands of unseen workers and brilliant engineers who spent years in dark depth so our journeys could be safer and easier. We hope you enjoyed this journey beneath the seas and gained a deeper understanding of how modern science turned the impossible into reality.